When I think of the greatest leaders, I think of an individual with a skill set that no other has and a mindset that nobody else is better than them. This individual possesses many traits such as great communication skills, confidence, adaptability, work ethic, and knowledge in their area of expertise, among many more. And after taking all of these into consideration, one person came to mind: LeBron James. He is the greatest of all time, and I'll explain to you why. A little background on LeBron: he was born in Akron, Ohio in 1984. He grew up playing basketball and was quickly discovered by scouts. In his high school, he was the number one player in the nation, and there's no question that he would be the number one pick in the NBA draft after his senior year of school. This is so amazing to me because there was so much pressure on him to live up to all the expectations. Anything short of one of the greatest of all time, and some would look at his career as a failure. But he hasn't disappointed. He has a long list of accomplishments. And, the two that I'll mention are that he's a four-time NBA MVP award winner, which is the most valuable player in the league, and then also he's a three-time NBA champion. And this feeds right into his greatest success or his greatest accomplishment to me is in which is beating the Warriors, which were the best team in NBA history that year in the 2016-2017 season. He beat them in the NBA Finals to win his third championship. When discussing his strengths, it was hard to just come up with two because he has so many great strengths. But the first one that I would have to discuss is his determination. He's currently in the 15th year in the NBA, and you wouldn't even be able to tell because he's playing so well and he's in such great shape. And why is this? It's because he's determined to be the best. He puts in endless hours working on his game, taking care of his body, and mentally preparing his mind to be the best that he can be. His second greatest strength is his professionalism. Ever since he's entered the league as a rookie, he has less than 10 technical fouls, which is just incredible to me. But on a much larger scale, his social media presence is something that is so important to him, and it's important to so many people because he influences so many to be like him, that look up to him. He says many positive things, really encourages others to be great and to persevere. And he also tries to accomplish things like spreading awareness for racial inequality and things of that nature. So it takes a really big person to do things like that, and it really is a testament to his professionalism. On top of that, he respects his teammates, his opponents, and the referees in the league, and he really strives to make the league great. When discussing his weaknesses, one would be that he has a tendency to call out the front office of the Cleveland Cavaliers organization, which is the organization that he plays for. He points fingers quickly at them whenever the team is playing poorly, and which is not very often. He's never gotten along with the owner, Dan Gilbert, but he puts up with it because Cleveland is close to his hometown, Akron, Ohio, and that's where he wants to play. Although this is a weakness, I believe positives can be taken away from it. It shows that he's highly competitive, that he has great basketball IQ, and that he's not afraid to confront the front office whenever it's needed. His second weakness is his lack of in-game aggression. He's always been a team player, so he can get kind of passive in the clutch moments of games, which is not something you want from your leader. You want your leader taking the clutch shots, no matter if it's the right play or the wrong play. And so I believe that's something that he has to work on. In discussing his success, I believe that the main reason is obvious. It's his love for the game of basketball. I'm a firm believer in the saying, you can't be great at something you don't love, and I believe that this applies to him perfectly. Loving basketball for him makes it easy and makes it enjoyable for him every day. He's always the first one in and the last one out at work. The second reason for his success is his motivation, which comes from three main sources. And the first is within inside of himself. He has personal goals and accomplishments that he looks to achieve, and so it comes from within. The second reason or second source is from the doubters and non-believers. These are the individuals that believe he will never catch Michael Jordan for the greatest of all time. I'm not one of those people. I believe that he will. I believe that this monster has been on his back ever since he's entered the league, and it really pushes him to strive for greatness, which is one of his sayings. And lastly, it comes from family, or his inner circle, his loved ones. These are the people that look up to him. These are the people that he can't disappoint and that he doesn't want to disappoint, so they motivate him to be great. And there are many more reasons, but these are the main ones in my opinion. And so, in conclusion, there are many great leaders that you can make an argument for. Like the list goes on and on, multiple in any sport really. But I chose this individual. I went with my gut feeling. I've seen him beat the odds numerous times and continue to succeed throughout his career. Uh, Maybe I'm biased because I was able to watch him live and watch him when I grew up. Um, but I truly believe he will be the greatest of all time when it comes to great sport leaders. And when thinking about his qualities and comparing them to qualities of great leaders, I believe that there's no better fit than himself, the king, LeBron James. Thank you.